Fellas, if you got yourself a lady, you gotta sing this song to her. This is an old school, I think 90s song, Savage Garden, but Music, Travel, Love, just did a cool version of it. They have some really awesome stuff. I just love the way they, kind of do just their little rhythm and like plucking and finger picking. So I like them. I like, they got a good message and they got some really just kind of cool sounding acoustic throwbacks. So I wanted to teach you guys how to play this song. So it's actually, it's pretty easy. Probably the only challenging thing or the most challenging thing about it is going to be the rhythm and like the timing of the picking. So that's kind of that main little riff you hear there. And just a little FYI, those guys in their version, they're doing it with no capo and playing it in these G shapes. For your boy, that's just a little bit too high for me. So I'm gonna actually throw a capo on here and just kind of put it on the 5th fret, which puts it into the key of C. Not that you need to know what key it's in and all that stuff, but just to give you a little background. I'm not a singer, I don't have a high voice, so I usually always just kind of play around with this capo and just kind of see what sounds right and what feels right for my singing and my vocals. So you may need to do the same thing. But the chords I'm going to teach you, if you wanted to just play along in the recording, just take the capo off and then go up here and just play the regular G shapes. So here's what we have going on. The verse is going to be G, then an A minor, then a G over B, and then a C at 9. So a couple of things here. G, this is a regular G, and I'll put some links up top and in the description below, just showing you guys some lessons and kind of some videos that I've done showing you where my fingers are going on each chord, and then like which chord you should be strumming and playing. And then this A minor. So when you're playing in the key of G, you can do, I call it the easiest A minor. Instead of, so going from your G to your A minor and completely taking these two fingers off of the strings, kind of your bass, your foundational strings there for the key of G, you can just go to a regular C at 9 and then just take that middle finger off and play the bottom 5 strings, and that would be a good A minor that you could use if you're a beginner. And if you wanted to hear that note in there, that pointer finger, but still keep some sort of a bass and like foundation so we can easily switch back to the next chord, you can just do that A minor 7 with the pinky on that high E string. So just to give you a couple of options, I like to give people options, when we're learning the acoustic. So definitely keep that in mind. So let me just show you downstrum wise where the chords change. So, and then we'll kind of get into that little finger picking stuff. So starts on the G, then it goes to the A minor, then the G over B, then the C. So maybe it's intuition, but some things you just don't question. Like in your eyes, I see my future in an instant. And there it goes, I think I found my best friend. So funny, I'm teaching an old school Savage Garden song, cracking me up. But anyways, doing it for you, doing it for the people, doing it for the fellas. So anyways, that's kind of where the downstrums go. And then, so if we wanted to do maybe some of that finger picking, what I would recommend doing is, so I have a lesson on how to finger pick like a worship leader. I know this isn't a worship song, it's more of a love song, but the principle and what I'm teaching in the finger picking lesson is the same. So finger pick like a worship leader with 3 fingers. I give you an exact breakdown of where my fingers are going on which strings. So that's how I'm gonna teach this one to you. So the first part, it's gonna be so you could do G, thumb, pluck the pointer and the middle finger at the same time, and then you do a thumb slap on this top chubby E string. So you'll hear, and you don't have to be perfect on this thumb slap, as long as you're hitting it somewhere up here. You know, you're not gonna break anything unless you're really doing like a karate chop slap. You're not gonna break the strings or anything like that. So just get kind of used to. And then just another thing, when I do this slap, I want my 2 fingers, my pointer and middle finger, to kind of land close to that G and B string, because I'm going to be plucking that again. So now when we switch to the A minor, so it goes to the A minor, you can do this one or that one. I'm plucking together the A string, which is open, there's nothing on it, and then I'm plucking the pointer and the middle finger together. So slap again. So on the A minor and then the C at 9, you're plucking those strings together, all 3 of those. So I'm just going to go through it really slowly one more time. So that should give you a little idea as to what I'm doing there, finger picking wise and like plucking wise. So as usual, just, you know, if you're confused or you have a question, just leave a comment and put it down below. I love just kind of interacting with you guys and answering your questions. So definitely do that. But that's going to be the verse, and then the pre-chorus goes A minor to the G over B to the C to the D, and then it does the same thing, A minor, G over B, and then it skips the C and goes right to the D. So it'll sound like, if we were strumming it, it would sound like this. And I know that it might sound more than a little crazy, but I believe. Not bad, pretty easy, right? So again, and I know that it might sound more than a little crazy, but I believe. And you can do the D sus or this D here. Or if you wanted to really get kind of cool and kind of get vibey, you can do this slide up D that I always talk about, and I'll put a link for that one up top and in the description below. It's just kind of like this slide up D. So, and I know that it might sound more than a little crazy, but I believe I knew I loved. So you can just play around, get creative, you know, do you on that part. And then the chorus is going to be, and I think for that pre-chorus, you're doing the same pattern. And I know that it might sound more than a little crazy, but I believe. Yeah, so and I know that it might sound more than a little crazy, but I believe. Yeah, and then so the chorus is just gonna be G. So G, A minor, C, B. So I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you into life. Knew I loved you before I met you. Been waiting all my life. So you can strum that, or if you wanted to finger pick it, I knew I loved. And so once you get going on this kind of plucking pattern, this slapping pattern, you'll add in some just extra little hits there, add some extra plucks on the B or the G string. So if I was just playing through the verse and the pre-chorus and the chorus, it would sound like this. Maybe it's just so G, A minor, G over B, C. Okay, for the verse. Just kind of had to remind myself where we were at there. So maybe it's intuition. Some things you just don't question. Like in your eyes, I think, there it goes. I think I found my best friend. Pre-chorus. And I know that it might sound more than a little crazy, but I believe. Chorus. I knew I loved you before I met you. Think I dreamed you into life. So that just shows you how to play this song. You know, you can just get creative, get more creative kind of once you're playing with the rhythm and the little thumb slap, you can kind of start adding some more percussive stuff and some other stuff in there. So hope that helps you guys out. If you have questions, you know what to do. And fellas, sing this song to your lady. Take care, guys. Have a good one.